All right, hey guys, Jason here. Whatever channel this is, I can't remember the name. Samco Tradbo. Again, we just changed it, but we are diving into this today. We're going to talk about why you don't want to use ice in your cooler, on your hunting trips, on anything you're doing. Ice is bad. Ice is pointless to use in there. There is a better alternative. But what's the problems with ice? What's wrong with putting ice in here? Okay, it keeps things cold. It works. Got a cute little drain plug right here. You can pull, drains the water out of it. You know, everything works perfect. And that may be fine and dandy, but ice serves one purpose only. Ice only serves one purpose, to get things cold. Also, if you're a hunter and you're using ice, you start getting your meat, when you start accumulating meat from your harvest and you start putting it in there, it's going to sit in all that water. All the water is just bloodshot. All the water in the meat is waterlogged and soaked with water. And it's a miserable experience. You got to keep draining it, and you can't leave the drain plug open, because if you leave the drain plug open, maggots and flies will get in through the plug down here. If you leave this open like that, flies and maggots are going right into your cooler. You're going to open it a couple days later and it's going to be destroyed. You got to put screens in there. It's just a miserable experience dealing with ice, and it serves zero purpose. When the ice is done, the ice is done. Okay, what if there's a better way? What if there is? And there definitely is. That other way is these. Let me drop these down. Now notice I got multiple size coolers here, okay? This cooler here is fantastic for a week-long hunt, okay? Week to week and a half, that kind of hunt. This is great for a 2 or 3 day hunt. And then in my trailer, like when I do my 3-week Midwest trip, I actually convert to the bigger cooler. I'll show you an inset picture right here. In this picture, you're seeing that I'm using a big cooler, one that's almost twice the size of this in there, which serves as a workbench. It serves as everything. It's a big cooler. This cooler will fit inside of that cooler, and so I get double coolers if I need to. I used to do that. Now, actually, you see in the background behind this cooler, I have 2 freezers. Those freezers are being set. I used them last year in there, and they worked incredible. So I actually have 2 freezers and a big cooler. Those freezers help solve this purpose here, too, what we're doing, which is fantastic, so that I can go literally 3 or 4 weeks or indefinitely without any issues with this system at all, and I never have to buy ice whatsoever. Okay, it's a beautiful setup. We're going to cover it. The only thing I got to do, and then I will teach you about that freezer system, is I'm waiting on a plug coming from Amazon. It's going to let me plug right into the outside of my trailer, goes right in the inside. We got it ordered. It's getting time to get that stuff ready. But so let's dive into this. Let's see here. So let's drop these down real quick. We'll put this one on the table. We're going to set that one over here. So you have your cooler right here, okay? Typically, what somebody's going to do is they're going to take this cooler, they're going to put their stuff in it, and they're going to go buy a bag of ice, put it in it. Then when that ice melts out, they're going to drain it, they're going to fight with it, they're going to go through it. Instead, here's better options for you. Frozen water bottles. Okay, I did a video about this about 10 years ago, okay? And I said it there too. Frozen water bottles. This is not something new. For 10, at least 15 actually, straight years, this is how I have done this. And there is a reason for it. Number one, these are recyclable ice. Okay, reusable ice. They're not bag ice that turns the water, melts out, and you got to go replace it. When this thaws out, I have choices. Drink it, or in my cooler or my freezer that's inside my trailer, put them back in there and refreeze them and take the frozen ones out of there and put them back in here. I can go indefinitely. I can do a month-long hunt and never have to buy ice. Just when these get thawed out, put them back in the freezer. Take them out of the freezer when they're full, put them back in the cooler. It works the same purpose for everything, and it works fantastic. Plus, these are drinking water. The night before I go hunting, I get back in camp that night, I will take this out of here. I'll take 2 or 3 of these out of here, and I set them in my tent and just let them sit there on the floor. By morning, they're half thawed out, they're perfect, and then they're good. I will take those 2 or 3 of these that are half thawed, drink one in the morning, take the other 2 with me in my pack, and put a frozen one in my pack too, and now I got water for the entire day hunt. Okay, when you have meat in your cooler, these keep the water contained in the bottle. So nothing is there. Your meat is never swimming in water. It's contained in the bottle. You have no contamination of the water in this bottle from your meat. These are completely sealed. Take them, just rinse them off there, whatever you need to do with your water there, put them back in the freezer. When they refreeze, put them back in here. And then if you need drinking water, anytime you have it. Now you can add in a couple of these too. These are going to stay frozen much longer. If you're not going to run a system like that, but one of these will stay frozen in this cooler for a very long time, okay? And as it thaws, you can drink the water out of it, okay? It's a win-win all the way around. There's no reason to go spend. Think about it this way. If I had to replace ice every 3 days, and don't give me this whole Yeti cooler BS or roto-molded, I don't want one. They're big, they're heavy, they're bulky. You lose space inside versus space outside. These little simple coolers, they work just fine, especially when you're using a system like this, okay? And I save a ton of money, and nobody wants to steal this out of the back of my truck, okay? Nobody cares about it. So to me, there's major advantages here. But the key thing with these, like I said, you can put them in there. You can drink them and use them. They are multifunctional. You can take this one right here and you can use it as it thaws out. Guess what you got? You got a gallon of shower water. A gallon of pure, perfect, clean shower water right here, okay? You have all these features to it, where if you're buying ice and you're going out and you're spending $7 on a bag of ice and you're doing that every 3 days, and you do that, you do that for a 3-week trip, what's that, 21, you're doing that 7 times, you're spending, you're like $50 in ice, where I can literally do this, okay? I can literally do what we're gonna see right here. This is my freezer. Here in my shop, my freezer we have, and down here you can see at the bottom, oh, look at that. Always have, I got 50 bottles of water there and in the doors. 50 bottles of frozen water at any given time, ready for all of my little small trips that I'm gonna take. So I do this regularly. Anytime I'm doing a weekend trip, a couple of days, anything like that, this is the stuff that I'm grabbing. Grab the cooler, put your food in it, line the bottom with these, put your food in there, line the tops of them in there. I have all my drinking water, all my stuff stays perfectly fine, nothing is waterlogged or contaminated, and I don't need to replace anything, and it will get you through your whole trip. So ice, bad. Frozen water bottles, technically still ice, but contained and usable, good. There you go. Hope you enjoyed the little video.